Y'all, we back with another video. We got Uzi this time, and the fight is coming up in a couple weeks, December the 21st. And I'm just showing this video because it show you how long Uzi been boxing. I mean, the dude been boxing since he was a little kid. I mean, Tyson Fury the same way. We got the rematch intact. And guys, Uzi is pretty good at rematches. He undefeated in rematches. So is Tyson Fury. But Uzi, I feel like it's more impressive what Uzi is doing because Uzi is a small heavyweight. Uzi was fighting around 220. He up to 230 now. When he fought Tyson Fury, he was 230. I think 232. But he's a small heavyweight. He's not that big of a puncher either, even though he's a small heavyweight. For him to be beating these guys that way bigger than him, that's way taller than him, he's only 6'3". That's kind of the average height of a heavyweight. So he's not that tall, that 6'4", 6'5", really around that 6'5" height. He's 6'3". So he's not that tall of a heavyweight. He's not that big of a heavyweight. And he still find a way to get the job done. It just amazes me how long Uzi been able to do this stuff. And his footwork really makes him so different from other heavyweights because they're not used to dudes moving at that type of speed that he do. So I think Uzi's footwork and his cardio really saved him in a lot of fights. It's a lot of fights. Even the last fight with Tyson Fury, Uzi came out. I thought he won the first 3 rounds. And then at 4th, 5th, and 6th, man, and 7th, Tyson Fury had took over the fight. And it looked rough for Uzi for a little bit. It looked like he was, Tyson Fury had found the rhythm. He was beating him to the spots, the punches. I mean, it looked bad. I actually told one of my friends, I said, Tyson Fury probably finna stop Uzi. But Uzi, one thing people don't talk about is Uzi toughness. Uzi is from Ukraine. He grew up in a kind of poor area. This dude got a lot of toughness that a lot of people don't talk about. I mean, this dude can take some punches. He can take some hits. And he just keep going for it. He never quits. Now, I know a lot of people going to say he quit against Daniel Dubois. No, he didn't. He was doing what any smart fighter would do, taking a break against a power puncher. I mean, Daniel Dubois can punch, so Uzi took a break, and the ref gave him the break. It wasn't like Uzi did this, and the ref was telling him to get up. He did it because the ref, gave him a break, and it was kind of low blow, kind of not so. But Uzi is a pretty tough fighter, and he had to dig deep in that last fight. I'm surprised Uzi took this rematch because, I mean, he was getting hit with some shots against Tyson Fury, but he stayed in there. He stayed in the fight. He stayed patient, and he was able to find his rhythm and find his punch. Now, I always say this, and I've been saying this for years, that Uzi, he might not be that, that big of a puncher, but one thing he is accurate. He's going to land the punch on the chin at the right spot. The chin is the most vulnerable spot on a man's body. It don't matter the size of a man. If you get hit in the chin, you can't take too many chin punches and think you just going to walk through them. It don't matter how big you are. And Uzi, even though he's not a big heavyweight, he know how to land the punch right on the bottom of the chin. And if you land right there, I mean, he's still 230-some pounds. If he can hit you right there, I mean, he can stop you. And even though he haven't stopped any of the last heavyweights he fought, other than Daniel Dubois, he did stop him. But it to go to show you that, he hit harder than you think. Now, Uzi dropped Daniel Dubois, and Anthony Joshua hit Daniel Dubois with a right hand, and Daniel Dubois still stayed on his feet. But Uzi dropped him twice. So they just let you know if you throw the right punch, it don't matter how big you is, it don't matter how strong you is. You do got to have some type of weight, some type of strength, but you don't have to be the strongest. You don't have to be the biggest. If you know how to land the correct punch, what Uzi do, you can take anybody down. You can knock anybody down. You can hurt anybody. And Uzi been proving this since he entered the heavyweight division. And like I said, he got sneaky power. And I don't think it's too much of his power. I think Uzi do got pretty long arms. Now, he got a 78 reach. But for some reason, his arm a little longer when he's fighting. It's like he closed the distance so fast with his arm. So he got that little whip on his punches. And that whip can sometimes be better than the person that got bigger muscle. A lot of times people see people with bigger muscle and buff guys and they think they really hit really, really hard, which they kind of do to a certain extent, but it don't hurt you as nearly as much as you think it do. Them people with the long arms and that kind of whip, kind of like Terrence Crawford. Terrence Crawford don't got the biggest muscle, but he got long arms. He kind of got that whip on the end of his punches. That what Usyk got. And Usyk, he catch a lot of these dudes off guard, just like he did Tyson Fury. And I think Usyk know that he can find the mark against Tyson Fury. I mean, Usyk been fighting bigger guys. Look at this. Look, you see where that punch is at? It's right on the bottom of their chin. Uzyk's so good at finding. Look at it. He's so good at finding that chin, man. Look at it. The same thing. He catching them right at the bottom of their chin, the bottom of their jaw, and it's turning their head, and he knocking them, not knocking them out. He knocking some of them out, but he hurting them. Let's just say that he hurting them. And I'm telling you, Tyson Fury, he's gonna be in trouble again. He took Usyk for granted because the puncher wasn't hurting. But because, like I said, Usyk's not that big of a puncher like Francis and, Deontay Wilder and them was. So Tyson Fury was underestimating him, and then he got caught, and that was the fight. And I think the same thing going to happen in the rematch. I think Tyson Fury going to get lackadaisical. He going to be like, oh, these punches don't hurt. He going to drop his hand, and Usyk going to catch him. I'm telling y'all, Usyk closed the distance faster than you think. And it's like he there already. You like, whoa. But Usyk got really, really fast feet. He got really, really quick feet. And like I said, Tyson Fury, he like to leave his hand down. He trying to be this smooth heavyweight with the right hand up, with the left jab down, the left hand down. And Usyk caught him every time. And that's the main reason Usyk was catching him, because Tyson Fury's hands were down. So I think he'll be able to catch Tyson Fury again. Tyson Fury, if he couldn't hurt Usyk during the first fight, I don't think he's going to be able to hurt him during this fight. Tyson Fury going to try to come forward more this fight, but I still don't think it's enough. Usyk can fight going backwards, and Usyk can trade with Tyson Fury, and he know he going to land that perfect punch. That's why Usyk not afraid to trade. He know he got the power and the accuracy to land the perfect punch, and I think he's going to do that again in the rematch. Like I said, it's going to be a very, very tough fight for Usyk because Tyson Fury is going to come forward. He always do that in his rematches. He always push the pace, and Usyk going to have to move around a little bit more than he did last time. But I think, Usyk can do that. But Usyk going to have to stand his ground, and he did it with AJ. He did it with Tyson Fury the first fight. He'll do it again this fight. He'll get the victory. I don't know if he'll knock Tyson Fury out. It'd probably be another decision, but he probably would hurt him again. And Usyk would win again. And I think after this fight, Usyk going to take a long break or probably retire. But this man was a legend. I like watching him fight. He got good footwork. And like I said, he's not the biggest heavyweight, so that should give some of y'all the courage, against these bigger guys, that if you land right on the bottom of their chin, it don't matter how big they is, they can fall.